Okay, I don't have a good place to put the phone. Well, there's so much Bondo, or whatever body filler they used. I'm just gonna keep on saying Bondo, because that's the only one that I know of. So much body filler that they use, and not only that, there's still rust scratches and rust spots underneath. So I'm assuming that on the other side there's also rust. So I'm gonna have to sand down just not only this side, but also on the back side, and get all the rust out. And most likely put a rust sealant on the back side alongside the Rust-Oleum primer I have on the front side. But not... Also, with that, I have to bang out the dents in this because there's so many dents. It's just... This is taking a longer time because it's so uneven. But hopefully that means that the rest of this car is going to be a lot easier to do. And I'm not even done with 60. I'm still doing 60 to get done with all of this stuff. But I'm trying. I'm really trying to get it out. The plan is to hopefully have the car all done in primer by Thanksgiving. Today is November 4th. I don't know when this video will come out. It might come out on Thanksgiving. I just have things to do besides editing. Mostly school, but you know, trying to do my best to get this thing running and my daily before Christmas time. This is my Christmas gift to myself, you know? I took off the safety goggles because they kept on fogging up. Oh my god. Well, with the amount of Bondo that the old owners put on this, holy hell. That stuff stings when it gets into your eyes. Also, I've gone through 3 60 grit pads to get this one fender done. I don't know if I'm doing too much pressure, not enough, or whatever, but I don't know. Also, there's a groove in this fender. You see? There's a groove here that has rust marks inside of it. So I can't even get off all the rust. Like today, I have to get off all the old paint, fix the dents, and then maybe only then, I can actually sand down and remove all the rust, because there's a lot of rust still. And I'm still only on the 60 grit. I still have the 120 and the 220 to go through on this. I think Thanksgiving was a bit of a stretch. But I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try to, because I want to get this car done. Not because I'm rushing it, but because I really want to drive it, you know? Okay, so, the state of this fender is a lot worse than I thought. And by a lot worse, I really do mean a lot worse. There's holes. I don't think the camera picks it up, but there's holes in the fender. The backside has rust damage. The dents are really deep setted in, and I don't know how deep the rust is. Tomorrow, I'm going to see if I can fix the dents as best as I can, and remove the rust on this one, because I'm gonna then move on to the other fender and the hood. Yeah, I got most of the old paint off. All that's left is a small little piece, which I'm actually going to have to, I'm going to look at the other silicas to see how their like body lines are, because I want to make this one at least look factory. I have officially finished sanding this down. I have knocked out the dents as best as I could. However, there are still a lot of like dings on it. The main thing is that this line is, excuse me, mostly fixed. The rust on the backside, I have, excuse me, all right. The rust on the backside, I also have removed at least a little bit that I could. Right now, I have bondoed a little bit of. Oh, you can really see the dents. I might go to a shop to get the dents properly removed. But I have removed. No, I have put bondo on in the places that I know that I can't hit out, because up here this ding is too small. Right here are the holes, and right here is the crease mark. So I'm just waiting for it to dry so I can sand it down with the 120. I actually, wait, is 120 the recommended amount? I actually don't know if 120 is the right amount, but I'm gonna do 120 and 220 because I still have to do the 220 around the whole fender. And then I'm going to primer this one, and I think that's gonna be it for me today. I am quite tired already. It is only 4 p.m., but I am kind of tired. Not tired of working on the car because it's just annoying, but because, like, I did a lot for today. I bondoed up what I had to bondo on the fender, and I've primered it. I ran out of one of the cans of primer, and the other can isn't big enough to do a lot more. So I think that this car is going to take like 5 or 6 cans of primer, and I'm done with one already, and I'm halfway done with another one. I'm going to get the Rust-Oleum one because it's cheaper, and not only that, I kind of like the fact that it's a high output one. Tomorrow, I'm going to do the hood, which right now, I think you can see it, but right here, that's bare metal. Here's still painted, and right here in this area is just the primer. So I don't know, some parts of this car has had primer, some parts haven't, and you can feel with your hand how thick the primer is in some places, but it's also thin in very many places. It's like they put 1 to 2 coats some places and then 3 to 4 in others. And then there's also the issue with bondo on the other fender, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that was the only place with bondo. But I don't know. There's rust spots forming on this quarter panel and that quarter panel, and thankfully only on the other door and the trunk. The trunk I think I'm gonna end up having to replace, which sucks, but I don't have a welder to fix the hood. And I can't even show the issues with it because I can't even open it that well. But that's okay. Having most of the VINs match was the main thing, and I don't even think the body panels have VINs on them. But I think that's it for today, and I haven't painted anything yet. I'm still looking at if I want to use the Harbor Freight paint gun or just use a spray paint. But I think I should be using, I think I'm going to be using the Harbor Freight paint sprayer because I bought a paint sprayer and we have the filters, and I already bought 2 cans of paint. And I kind of just want to try it out. But hopefully today is November 5th. So I got 19 days to sand down the rest of this car, which hopefully is enough time. But seeing as I'm only doing this small stuff right now, it's a bit of a hard guesstimate of if I can get it done in time. But fingers crossed it does. Yeah, and hopefully fingers crossed it as well. I can get the job with Tesla so I can actually afford parts, because it's a struggle, man. I'm barely making it, but I'm making it. So yeah, I don't know if I did this in the other one, but stay safe, okay? And take care of yourself.